Hello, book nerds who own computers. I'm Summer from Silver-Eyed-Fangirl, and this looks a little bit different. I know it does, but I wanted to try this out and I hope it works. I'm going to do my first ever makeup tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to do this style. I've called it Mocha Madness because it's a very brown and very neutral colours. It doesn't look neutral at the moment, I think, but I wanted to do something for all you people who want a very fall look, and I've recently been wearing these type of colours very recently because they're natural, but they also work well in the fall without the colours being way too bright. And at the moment I'm not wearing any eye mascara, so if you want to wear mascara then you can do that. I just wanted to do this tutorial on the eyeshadow itself and the lipstick, and also how I do my foundation and some blusher as well. This is my first ever tutorial and I probably haven't done a good job, but I'd like to do more tutorials in the future, and yeah, that's all. So on to the tutorial.
Hey guys, so to start off this tutorial I'm going to start with a very clean face. I've got a baby wipe to it, and then I'm going to apply my primer, which is a Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm just going to put it all over my face just to give me a very nice clean base to work with, and it also helps to stop my pores from getting clogged from the foundation I'm going to wear. And I'm just going to put it all over my face and neck where I'm going to apply the makeup. Next, I'm just applying my base foundation, which is by Rimmel London, and I'm just going to put it over my face and neck just evenly, and I'm just going to take the cap off and do one pump of the pump and massage it into my hands a little bit and rub it all over my face evenly, and even my neck, just so my neck and face match very nicely. Make sure you don't leave clumps. My foundation is by Rimmel London. It's a 25-hour nude matte foundation in light porcelain, and it gives me a nice even look, and just make sure it is put on very well. Next, I'm going to take my Stay Matte by Rimmel London in transparent. It stays for 5 hours. And I'm just going to take a very big fluffy dust brush and just get some onto the brush, and make sure you blow the makeup off. And we're going to put it on in a circular motion around my face just so it spreads on evenly without any troubles. And don't forget to put some on your neck as well, otherwise you just look odd. And you don't have to use the same products I do, but this is how I do my makeup. Next, because I look a bit like a scary ghost, I'm going to apply some nice blusher onto my cheeks. Your favourite blusher will work onto your cheekbones. And we're going to get quite a stiffish brush. This is by Barbara Daly. And we're just going to get a very nice light brushing. We're not going to get too much onto our brush. And don't forget to blow the excess powder away and smile. And where you see your cheekbones, that's where you put the blush, just lightly, and then you do the same on both cheeks. Make sure you don't put too much on one cheek and not enough on the other, because it'll look odd. And because it looks a bit too red, I'm going to take the brush I used with my foundation powder and just lightly dust across, just to bring the colour down just a little bit. There we go. Now it's on to the eyes. I'm just going to place a primer, which is I Love Stage by Essence, and this is just going to make the colour stay for longer. And it's like a little lip gloss sort of brush, so we're just going to use a couple dots on our eyes. We're not going to put it on like actual lip gloss, and we're just going to put a couple dots onto our eyes. I used 4 dots, and not too much. And then we're just going to rub it in until it blends in very nicely with our eyes. And this is meant for like if you're going to be on stage, and or if you're going to party, this will work very well to keep the colour and intensity on for longer. So there we go. So now we're going to start finally onto our eyeshadow. I have this palette called Vintage. It was from my local B&M store, and I'm going to use these two very nice brown colours. One is darker than the other, but we're going to use the lighter brown shade, and I'm just opening it here. And I'm going to take this fluffy like blending brush, and with our lighter brown shade we're just going to do a couple brushes and blow the excess off, and we're going to place it onto our eyelid, nothing above the eye crease. We're going to put it onto our eyelid, and that's all we're going to do, and we're going to blend it out a bit. If you want to put a few more kind of layers of eyeshadow on to give you a more deeper colour, that's alright. If you want to put a few less on than I did, then that's totally alright. It's all depending on what you like. I like a kind of darker colour so you can see it against my eyelids. Make sure you put it on evenly and then blend it out that so it goes into your crease. The blending goes into your crease. And there you go, you can see the comparisons in my eyes. Don't forget to put it on both eyes, because that will look very uneven if you don't. And it just, like I said, blend it out, and it is very light. And if one eye looks darker than the other, you can either wipe it off and try again, or you can make the other eye look a bit darker. And if you want to, use your finger to blend it out, because that works the best, and just rub your finger against it till you get the very nice shade that you want. Next we're going to do our darker brown colour, and with a pointed brush, more precision brush, we're going to take our darker colour on our Vintage palette and make sure we blow the excess off, and we're going to put this in our crease, not on our eyelid. We're just going to put it just above where our eye, when it opens, where there's like a little crease sort of thing. This is just to give our eye a bit more depth and a bit more colour, just to give it a bit more of a variety. And like we did with our eyelid, make sure you blend it as much as you can, otherwise this will look way too odd and it won't go well. You got to make sure that the colours blend into each other, so try and blend as much as you can. I go back and forth with this, but you can lightly dust it on if you want to. I start from the outer corners and go in, and we're going to take our finger again and blend the colours together so that it doesn't look too harsh going into another colour, and it just blends nicely. And now we're going to take more of a blending brush, and that's going to help blend the colours together a lot easier than our finger did, just to give it a more better job. And I was just testing my brush there, and now I just want to get a bit of excess off. We're going to take our powder brush and just lightly dust across. Now the last bit of our eyes, we're going to take the brush we used for our eyelid, which is a blending brush, and a white eyeshadow, or a light eyeshadow if you've got it, and we're just going to highlight our brow bone and at the corners of our eyes. The inner corners, just the brow bone, nowhere else, and just the corners of our eyes. We're just going to give it a little more of a pop of colour, just a lighter colour, just so it's not so dark. And what I do is I go with my eyebrow hairs, just so I'm not messing up my eyebrow hairs, and then we're blending it with our finger a little bit, getting some more eyeshadow, and we're going to get it into the inner corners of our eyes. Don't forget to blow the excess off, and we're going to do this for both eyes just to make it very nice and light on the tops of our eyes. And make sure you don't put too much into the corners of your eyes, otherwise it'll go into your eyes, and blend it out with your finger. Now the final step of our makeup, we're going to do our gorgeous lips. We're going to take this Avon lipstick in Mocha Madness, and it's a very dark brown. We're just going to lightly drag it across our bottom lip till we see the colour itself, and rub our lips together. You can add more to it if you want a darker look, or leave it as it is if you like a light look. And that is our lips done. And just to make sure we have got all the excess makeup off, we're going to take our powder brush and close our mouth and just take it across our face just to get rid of any excess we have. And there is our Mocha Madness makeup. I hope you liked my very first tutorial. I would like to do some more in the future. If you think I should, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I don't just do makeup tutorials, I do all sorts of fangirl things. So thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!